what up? It's your girl Free coming at you guys live with another exclusive vlog. I'm in the lovely city of Hollywood, California at 1708 Studios, and I'm so happy to be bringing you guys an interview from Zoe Osama. Say what's up
East
to the people.
That's me.
Give them an introduction of who you are. Am I saying the name right? I know you
yes,
just pressed
look, it's Zoe Osama. Y'all keep saying Zoe. Don't say that to my face. It's Zoe, like Zoe, the E silent.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of obvious. So I don't even know why people...
Because people be wanting to be assholes. Like, hey, your name's Zoe. Like, get the fuck out of me. Bro, I'm a man. Why the fuck would my name be Zoe?
Right. So, wait, so people really have asked you that?
White people. White people be like, so, your name is... I'll be like, nah. They be like, but that spells Zoe. I'll be like, do J-O-E spell Joe or Joey? I win every time right there.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. All right. Well, thank you for clearing that up. Welcome to the vlog. You're on Free World Order. Say what's up to the people. Give them an introduction of who you are, where you come from, the whole nine.
I'm hood. The whole nine. Zoe Osama from the 9 on the east side. Tap in with me on my social media platforms and run my shit up.
Okay. So how long you been rapping? Where you from originally? You from LA area? Where you from? Tell them all that. Because on my vlogs, people gonna know who you are because I got a lot of LA different people like on here subscribe, but there's gonna be some that don't from different states and shit. So let them know everything about you in a nutshell.
Alright, I'm Zoe Osama from the east side of California, South Central to be exact. Grew up on Section 8. And food stamps before they had an EBT yellow card, when the ones was brown, and you know, that's me, that's him right here, that's me.
What does that even mean?
That mean general assistance.
Grew up on food stamps.
What? You only get 2 pair of shoes for the school year to the next semester, so hey, you better not fuck them up, cause that's it.
Okay, so you were born and raised out here in LA.
Yeah.
And from what you're saying from that, you didn't have a silver spoon in your mouth. You didn't have that type of whole entire upbringing of the privileged lifestyle. What was it like for you growing up out here in LA?
Like menace to society. You remember how Kane grew up in the beginning with his mom and dad in the kitchen, shit like that? That was like my whole life in a nutshell. You feel me? Go from my mom and dad to my grandma, back to my mom and dad, to living with my dad. So I've been through the whole system, the whole juvenile, counting all that shit.
Okay.
Had to be on my own at a young age to make it to where I'm at.
So what was going on? Give a little background of like what was going on at that time for you to have to be so young and be on your own. Like, what was going on? Family background. You can give as much as you want. You don't have to get too much into your personal
shit.
life.
The drug era in the 1993 watch riot. That's the type of shit. That's the type of shit that was going on. Shit, that's the era that I was born into. So everything that most people grew up in LA in the inner city went through, I done went through the same shit. So I ain't no motherfucker. Y'all probably see a nigga got a couple things, but nah, that shit off the muscle. Nigga came from Section 8, like I keep saying. Shit, $1 for lunch every day. You feel me? Nigga ain't had no money. Had to get it how I live. Going through windows and all type of crazy shit.
So what was young Zoe like? Growing up for you before the rapping and all of that.
Young Zoe was crazy. It wasn't even no young Zoe. Zoe wasn't even thought of. Zoe was the purified form of Infant Crazo.
Okay, so who were you then? You was Infant Crazo?
I was Infant Crazo running around the streets thinking gang banging is life. That shit weak. That shit extra weak.
Well, how old were you when you started gang banging?
12. I was born in this shit, so like when you say start gang banging, when I got officially put on the hood, 2006, 2007, around that era. So I was probably like a cool 13. Probably cool 13 at the most, 13 probably. Yeah, like 13. But before then, it was all about gangbanging before then. But that's when I jumped off the porch and gave a fuck about what my parents was talking about. Mm-hmm. I felt like I had it figured out at 13. And that's what, you feel me, my mind was made up.
So wait, you had both parents?
Yeah, not in the same house.
Okay. Did you feel like you had a good relationship with them growing up, or was your rebellion based off of, you know, you
I was a
you're up?
motherfucking outcast, so like I felt like shit. How can I explain? Like Kane off of Menace to Society. How y'all look at Kane in that movie and like how he was, that was me in a nutshell. Like, and the crazy part about it is that was me in a nutshell. Like that's who I would compare my childhood growing up to. If it was to be a character for everybody to realize and get a feel who's seen the movie on how I came up, it would be Kane. The only difference is a nigga ain't go out like how Kane went out in the end of the movie, you know. But definitely how he grew up in a household where Pops was a kingpin doing his thing and Moms was right beside him doing her thing. You had me and my brother. So, yeah, that's how we grew up. In the middle of the east side on 89th to Central by the fish market. So, my neighborhood always been my neighborhood, but it was just on the other side of the gate.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. And how did the rapping come about? Where in that did the rapping come to you?
My mama gave me a Walkman for one of my birthdays, and she had an Ice Cube and MC Ain't tape in there and a Lady of Rage tape in there, like a mixtape, and I was listening to that shit, and from that moment, I would say I got hooked on hip hop. I got hooked on hip hop to the point, not only hip hop, gangster hip hop, like G-Funk hip hop. I started to study that shit to the point that I would study Minister Society, Boys in the Hood, Clockers, Paid in Full. All that shit was like Disneyland to me. While motherfuckers wanted to go to theme parks, I wanted to study on what area I shouldn't be in and shit like that, and where my mama from, where my daddy from, where my uncle. Like, the gangbanging was so intrigued in my lifestyle that I thought that that's all that mattered in life. Until I got older and started realizing, you know, start seeing fatalities of homies getting killed in front of you, or, you know, so on and so forth, that you start realizing this shit real. This shit not just hood days and hood parties, nigga. You gotta really participate.
Say it one more time. This is not hood days and hood parties. Man. Because me and the homegirl talk about this all the time. Like, people want to come around when the shit is sweet. Bro. Like, but when it's time to really go deal with the consequences of being a part of a side, nobody wants to take that.
And I tell motherfuckers from the new people that want to start gangbanging, I've been saying this shit since 2010. If you sure this what you want to do, just hang around, because nowadays motherfuckers don't even gotta hang around to get put on. Motherfuckers come the same day. Like, oh, you want to, all right, you official now. You used to have to hang around these niggas for 6 months to a year so they niggas will know who you really is. Right. And I be telling niggas all the time, if you sure you want to do this, you know you hanging around, it's like a trial. Like Amazon Prime, you know, you get the free 30-day trial. You start seeing this shit like, oh yeah, we could come to the hood, it's in the park, everybody drinking, laughing. Okay, now after them hood days and all that shit over with, and somebody come over here and slide, you know you got to retaliate. And that's where that separate the real members from the niggas that just want to pretend, and also it'll separate the solid niggas from the niggas that's gonna snitch. Yep. Because I'm telling you, y'all be forcing these niggas to do shit, and you don't know their background. Them niggas gonna tell on you, and ain't nothing worse than you being at home with your kids 5 years later, and the police knocking on your door talking about something you did 2 years ago. Because Little Rodney told on you. And they will come. They don't care when you did it. Oh, yeah, ain't no statute of limitation on murder. No. So, nigga, get that shit together. And if you sure you want to do gangbanging, scratch off everything else in your life that you have planned. Football, basketball, rap, scientist, all that shit that you think you might want to do. Once you start gaming, that shit over. That shit over. That shit pretty much over unless you make a decision further down the line when you get some credit to realize, I want to do something else in my life. But even then. Did
you have like a significant, like, detrimental moment in your life to where you realized this? Or was it something you just realized over time? What give us a little background of something that was crazy that happened to you that made you kind of realize, like, yo, this ain't where shit is. Like, I can't get out of it. Of course, you embedded in it for life. But I'm just, you feel me? I'm not going to give it as much attention as I could music or something else. Like, did something happen to make that happen?
I would say over time.
Because you got an opinion about it that a lot of my OG homies that have been doing this shit for a long time back in Bakersfield, they'll tell me like, man, I wish I could go back. Not change what I did, but I wish I could go back, because it's like this shit we don't even care anymore.
Exactly.
Everybody damn near dead on both sides.
Me personally, I had a few moments, but growing up at that age, the moments that I had made me want to gangbang harder, because I was in my feelings, or these niggas did that to my niggas, so we gonna do that. But the thing about it is that I've been to more funerals than how old I am. So and people will be thinking like, so every year.
And you're what, 28?
I'm 29.
So, okay, 29. So you've been to more than 29 funerals in your lifetime.
So every year.
Of homies though, not like family members, not grandmas,
gang members.
Wow.
So it's like every year.
That's crazy.
Every year you make it to January 1st, it's like, number one, that's a blessing. That me and my niggas, you telling like, nigga, love you at December 31st. We always bringing it together, but because we don't know, this year might be our last year. So, but the thing about that is I went through all the fatalities to the point that when it really mattered, like losing my cousin G5, that made me more of a gang member, because he was from my section as well. But once I lost my son, it like made me.
Wait, your son?
Yeah, I lost one of my sons. I lost one of my sons in 2016.
He got killed?
No. He passed away, but that was more of a waking up. Like, when that happened and you realize who your real support system is, and when your support system don't come from the people you thought was your support system, it make you wake up and realize, like, you gotta take 2 steps back. And not only that, I got other kids. So me just realizing growing up now how much my kids need me, it just made me look at the streets like it ain't. So
no do you say that in the sense of when you had detrimental things going on, the hood wasn't there for you? Is that what you mean?
I would say like, no. The hood gonna always be there, but there's sometimes your hood is not there in a way that you need to be them there for you to cope. Like, everybody be saying all these black men don't express feelings, but sometimes when you express your feelings on certain pains that go through,
it doesn't be reciprocated
exactly.
the right way.
Motherfuckers be like, shit, you want to go slide? It be like, bro, cuz
my grandma died.
Like, who we gonna go kill, cuz? Like, what you talking about?
I'm
like,
gonna make this the clip.
Like, you feel me? Like, sometimes I need you to be like, bro, I'm about to pull up, we about to sip, and we gonna just talk about it. We can't go kill cancer, cuz. We can't. Who we gonna kill?
I'm finna cry, y'all. I'm finna cry. I swear to God, this nigga's hilarious. I'm finna cry. I gotta make this a clip. You wanna go slide?
Yeah, you wanna go slide, cuz?
Like, my grandma died of cancer.
What are you talking about? Like, who we gonna go slide on? The hospital? We gonna slide on Caesar sideline? Nigga, what are you talking about? But I'm saying, like, you know,
they care and they
care, but
they can't step outside.
They ain't never cope with a emotion to feel like so they can help you with the, you feel me? So it's like
they can't breathe, bro.
It's like, it's crazy. That's how this shit go, bro. But you can't. Hey, that's how this shit go. Like, you know, so it's like,
you realized you needed both a regular life outside of your
exactly. Like thugs need love too. Sometimes a nigga, you feel me? Like, sometimes a nigga be like, bro, I'm hurt right now. Like, I can't. And nigga be talking about what you want to do. What you, bro? I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah,
like nigga,
there's nothing I can do.
Like, nigga, did nobody? You feel me? But yeah,
I didn't get gang member from your music at all. So you don't bang in the music.
That because I don't bang in my music because I'm at a point in my life.
You matured.
I'm mature, and not only that, I just want to be respected and listened to by everybody in the same, around the world that been through the same shit I've been through. So it's not about where I grew up at, because no matter where you grew up at, it's a motherfucker 2 blocks down or across the street or next door to you that go through the same shit that you go through. So when I rap, I speak in the perspective of people from the ghetto that know whether you from this side or this side, nigga, we all been through the same shit.
What made you want to get into rapping? Let's get that. And how long have you been rapping?
Since I was 7. So that was always my road to go. Like how most niggas did football and basketball, I did that shit, but I quit that shit. But I never quit on music, because that's just what I do. That's just what I got a passion for. So that's why I just kept the music going.
So what was the first thing you did? How did you come into the transition of being a rapper? How did you come up with your name outside of, Because a lot of people, when they have gang culture in the music, they might use that for the name. So how did you come up with something different? Did you create a different personality?
I did. I created a few of them. First, it was messy because that didn't end well. And then it was Coast Boy. That was too gang banged out. And then it was like Zoe 5. Zoe is a break off from my hood name, Crazo. So I just put Zoe 5 in number 5 because I'm the 5th. I'm infant. But that shit just still didn't sound acceptable. So I just came with Zoe Osama. And that shit been going up ever since. But Zoe is a break off of my street name, Crazo. That's
okay. Tell us a little bit about your beginning years as Zoe Osama. Like, what was the breakthrough moments you had? What was your first beginning viral stream moments? All that.
I did a song with my nigga MzFree Grams, and if y'all don't know who he is, he out of Long Beach. That's one of the hottest niggas.
Stop running from your interview, MzFree.
Hey, he one of the hottest niggas. I stand on it, I stamp it. Me and him did a song.
Jay Nari likes him a lot too.
Yeah, that's my boy. I talk to him all the time. But yeah, me and him did a song called It Get Easty, like probably a cool 3 years ago. To this day, that motherfucker still probably getting like 2,000 to 1,000 views a week. Like, so it's to the point that that's one of the top songs. I did that shit off of GarageBand. And that's when I knew, when I did that shit, that's when I knew, I'm like, oh, they fucking with this. So I just kept going from there. I dropped a song called Gang Shit. That shit went baby viral. And after Gang Shit, I dropped a whole lot of other songs, but just underrated. That shit went viral and that shit got the city hot. So,
okay, tell them what that is and where they can find that and all that.
You can find that shit on any platform that you could type Zoe Osama in. I'm going to be on Google, Apple Music, Tidal,
What's
Spotify.
It called?
Underrated by Zoe Osama, Zoe Osama. If you can't spell that, look up Osama Bin Laden, same spelling.
What?
It's the same spelling. So you feel me? Look that shit up. You Google it. It'll pop up for sure, for sure.
Do you feel like that was your breakthrough moment? Do you feel like that's when you started getting respect from the city?
Underrated for sure. Like that's respect.
LA validated you as one of them ones. Because that's the validation before. I don't know if people realize that, but you need LA validation before you go anywhere, even if you're not from LA. Okay. You need the LA validation.
Definitely underrated was the LA validation, but gang shit was the inner hood validation. Like, oh, this nigga gassing up. But it just didn't catch traction because I ain't had the same contacts that I got after I made Underrated. Like, I know a lot more people that can make shit happen, and Underrated did that shit. So
did you set out to like try to make those types of songs? Because a lot of people, like for instance ASM the Bobster, shout out to bro, because you feel me, I see him doing his shit. He let me know that during our interview that I think it's called Bitch. What is the song that I just know it as,
Bitch, I know is something
I call it. I know it as I Like the Way You Move, but it's not called that. It's called like Bitch 1K or something. He told me during his interview that song was an accident. Actually,
Underrated was an accident too.
Okay, so yeah, that's what we want to know. Were you executing these on purpose? How did these viral moments for you come about?
Okay, look, all my shit be on purpose, but however, I just didn't know it was gonna be what it is right now, to the point that everybody playing no matter what hood they from. I came home like 3 o'clock in the morning drunk. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had this beat for like a month. I couldn't do nothing with it. I kept like the motherfucker was banging so hard, and I came home like 3 o'clock in the morning drunk, and I was rapping to that motherfucker, and I went to sleep after I made the whole song. And woke up like 2 days, like after I woke up, like 3 days later, I'm like, oh shit, I made a song. And I played it back, put it on Instagram, that shit was going crazy, so I dropped it. So it was unexpected because I forgot all about the song. I had made like 4 more other songs on top of that song, but that was the first song that I made when I walked through the house that night drunk. I turned the speaker on loud, woke everybody up in the house, and I was slapping that motherfucker. That motherfucker was hitting. And
what do you feel like made them like that one opposed to other ones that you actually thought like, oh, this one gonna be viral?
I'm about to fuck y'all up right now, and it's simple. I said up over 300 times in that song, and I just rhymed everything with up. And that's how you know I was drunk, because I was like, shit, fuck it. I was just trying to hurry up and get something before I passed out, and I was like, this shit hit. but I kept on writing. Everything was up, beat it up, sleep it up, all that shit. And niggas was like, this shit different. And I'm like, yeah. And here we are. Got some shit coming with my nigga Big Sad from West LA, from Playboys. That's my nigga. He reached out to me. I fuck with him for that. So we got some shit that's about to shake the game up. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to break the barrier as far as certain size and certain niggas from certain hoods and sections should still be able to do music. Because there's a lot of niggas out here that'll make hard music together, but they let the politics get in the way. And how I look at it, if you ain't never did nothing to me or my peoples, or you from the other side of the track, but you run under a certain card, that should be like default. That shouldn't really matter for what we got going on. That's how I feel.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I ask a lot of the times on here, we have to now with everything going on in LA music and just Cali music and just in music in general, even from different states. How do you feel about the politics? You kind of clearly said you don't let it affect you, but what is it as far as from where you're from based off of what's going on? Does your hood play any part in the politics? What do you feel about it as far as music goes? And what's been going on?
My hood play a big ass part in the politics, but I don't give a fuck about them politics. Fuck them politics. If it ain't nothing serious, like if it's something that I can't go against the grain on, you feel me? And we all know.
You do okay, go ahead. I want to let you know. I got something for your ass.
All right, look. Like I'm gonna say like this. If you ain't never did nothing to me or my people, or if it's some old ass beef that went back to the 90s or the 80s or early 2000s where niggas just not active in it no more, I really don't give a fuck. Because that just is what it is, bro. But at the end of the day, if you can talk to me like a man and you can conduct yourself as a businessman first and don't bring the gangbang into the office, we probably can make something happen if it can slide through, you know, the gang. Because ain't nobody bigger than the gang. But if it's something that I just can't do, I would never even put myself in a position to fuck with it. So if I fuck with you now, and y'all niggas know I fuck with y'all, anybody that know I fuck with y'all from a certain hood or whatever the case may be, if I fuck with you, cause I genuinely fuck with you, and if I can't, I probably won't reach out to you. So if I ain't reached out to you, we don't fuck. You feel me? Fuck around, like it's all bad. So like you feel me? But as far as what it really is, I just wanna bridge the gap on certain shit that don't need to be politicked on.
Would you do an interview with someone from like another blood hood? Would you do another famous artist out here? Would you do one with, you know, a different, I mean, I know you guys beef with different ones. Would you do one with someone that's more on the mainstream side that's a blood artist that your hood actually beefed with?
If they can conduct themselves as a man.
Okay, so the politics doesn't bother you then, because I've had people on here, I've asked the same questions and they would say no.
Because niggas,
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm gonna say it like this: a lot of niggas that be saying that shit was not active in the wars. So on Crip, like all that shit that niggas be talking, I would never do.
It's the on Crip for me.
I'm hood. Look. These niggas wasn't involved. So if a nigga can get involved that actually participated in this shit, my nigga, I don't want to hear nothing from no new booty nigga that talk about they can't. Nigga, you ain't even lived through nothing to say what you can and can't do. So, me personally, if a nigga conduct himself as a businessman first, and it's not about no gang banging in this street and that street, then I can sit in the same room and talk business with you, because at the end of the day, it's business. But if you talking about anything left, I'm gonna go left with you.
So what if when the time has come for you to do the song, you hear something on there like we be sliding on the ops? They may not necessarily.
That's a big no. Look,
they may not necessarily.
No,
say you.
Who you talking about? Who you talking about?
In the studio, you gonna ask them who the dead?
On the dead homies. Cause who you talking about?
So you understand and see why most people wouldn't even.
No,
do
because a real man wouldn't even say no shit like that on the song. If it come down
but
to.
But what if that was their style of rap?
If that was your style of rap, then who your op? Because it can't be me. Because otherwise, why we in the studio together?
It's
you. See.
But you asked me to do a song. You see why it doesn't make any sense?
See, me personally, I don't reach out to motherfuckers.
You didn't ask, but if they asked you, you wouldn't be tripping on the sense of business. But if a nigga get in there talking like they lost their neck, then it's gonna be
that's all right. Look, I'm gonna say it like this, and this the reality of the part that people don't really say. Even if a nigga did that and you don't react on it in the studio, the song could just never come out. It just never come out. Like if I might be drunk, whatever the case may be, whatever the situation. Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. ain't enough drunk or high in the world for me not to catch some shit like that. Cause matter of fact, if I'm drunk or high, I'm probably gonna catch it.
So what if they didn't say your name when they said it, but they said we sliding on the ops? You know how niggas put that in their song?
Yeah, because I can't even lie.
Wait, yeah?
I can't even lie to y'all.
But you realize when you went in the studio with him, he was an op.
But 9 times out of 10, it might not even be that y'all in the same studio. You might send a session over. And at the same time, a real nigga that's really from the shit gonna respect it and not even put that in his rap. Any nigga that put that in his rap.
And this is, that is also true because I have a lot of niggas from respected hoods out here in LA come tell me they're friends with other respected hoods out here in LA that might beef with their hood. But it's a mutual respect for the fact that, nigga, we're old as fuck. Y'all are old as a motherfucker, okay? I love my gang members, Lord knows. Shout out to my niggas in the town. Y'all know I love y'all. But some of y'all old as a motherfucker. Y'all need to let it go. Y'all need to let it go.
And if you don't, I promise you, they got 2 places for you. And they both a box. You got a box doing 25, or you got a box doing eternity. And I promise you, if you give a fuck about your kids or whatever it is, bro, put that shit to the side. If it can be put to the side. Mm-hmm. If it can't be put to the side, don't interact with it.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I never asked anyone on here this. So you're the first person, and I probably will put this in my lineup of questions. Do you feel like your love for the hood is so thick that you will retaliate in the sense of just for the fact of you're from there and other people from there have done stuff to people from us that are from there? Or is yours to the point to where it's like, no, it has to be something that was done to someone I fuck with? Because you see what I mean? Why this is a tricky one? I'm going to start asking people because I know both. I know both of them gang members. I know the gang member like, nah, fuck that. That nigga from there, he that. And everybody over there that fuck him and his mama and his kids. But then I got the other gang members I know. That's like, nah. Like, it doesn't matter that bruh from there. It's these niggas that are from there we want. Okay. What gang member are you? And I'm going to start asking this, y'all. I'm going to be the first vlog to ask this shit.
Now, look, me personally, I'm the nigga that if you did something to me or mine, I'm on your ass.
Okay,
but however, if it come down to a situation when it's for the cause, all gang members, or you feel me? If it's for the cause, and you really who you say you is, you gonna go for the cause. Mm-hmm. But whether you like it or not, you talk about that later. You feel me? Or you don't talk about it at all, and you brush it under the rug, and you keep going on with your life. Mm-hmm. But me personally, if you did something to somebody that I give a fuck about, it ain't no talking. But at the same time, if it's for the cause, I'm going to. But if it's a situation,
it's for the cause, I'm going to. I might not. Look, I didn't mean it, but I got to go.
But at the point that I am in my life, when I'm saying that, I'm talking about. Probably if y'all would have called me a couple years ago. Well, I'm better in my life to even make me react. You gotta do something to somebody that I know and love, and that just like.
But it's not enough for the hood alone.
That's no. What the hood doing? That's what the hood doing. I'm gonna stand behind it. Like, what you want me to do? Go against the grain? But that don't mean I gotta participate. You feel me? Like, if something happened to a certain individual. And it's like, no turning back. Whatever y'all go do, that's what y'all go do. I ride with it. I understand the consequences that come with it because of where I'm from. But that don't mean I got to be involved in that situation. Okay. But I know what's going to domino effect with that situation. So it's all about you knowing how to move out here, bro. If you don't know how to move, then you going to drown.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you had any moments where people pulled your card? I know you say you were...
Ain't nobody ever pulled my card, no nothing. Nope.
Couldn't wait.
Ain't no smut on my name. Look it up.
But I know you say you were born into it as far as this is what you've always been. Is there going to be any videos that surface that say you was once a Hoover, you was once a Athens, you was once a Capanella, you was once a Harlem 30? Is there going to be any videos that surface that down the line? Or has there been any moments where people have tried to pull your card?
That's on Jesus sandals.
Wait, not the sandals.
That's not on the feet. That's on the Jesus wept on the dead homies. Nigga,
he needs help, y'all.
That's on my help. If a nigga got a video of me claiming any other hood since
a picture could be a picture. Look, I'm messy. Is there anything though? Has it ever been okay?
Since I've been born, only thing I know was EC Crip, dead homies. So everybody, I done know a lot of niggas that y'all did flip flop woo wop, dead homies. Y'all done dug Tootsie Roll, Udi Roll.
Tootsie Roll.
I'm dead homies, but everybody that'll tell you about me, I've been the same thing since that. That's all I know. That's all I ever known. I ain't never went against the grain.
Do you have any rap beef? You rap beef with anybody?
No.
I know there's other rappers that are from hoods that you don't get along with.
See, the thing about it is, niggas don't rap beef with me probably personally because I'm really from where I'm from. So it ain't no
They
rap.
are too though, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if they from where they from and I'm from where I'm from, they not gonna want to rap beef because that's not gonna be rap beef. That's street beef. You feel me? So
what if it did? How would you handle that?
Number one, it'd be like Lucci and Young Thug. It'd be the quietest motherfucking hood beef that you ever seen in the rap industry because I'm not going to the internet about it. If you beef with me, like say it like this, you don't beef with me unless you threaten my life. And if you threaten my life, okay.
Well, I'm glad that you gave a background of your life and everything to the vlog. I know that they're definitely we haven't had that here on here. And if you come on here and do another interview, we'll talk strictly music. But for the first interviews that people coming on here, I definitely want them to tell their life. Everybody's music comes from who they are. If you rapping about shit, what else are you rapping about? With the whole thing of singing and rapping is about life tribulations, things you go through. Really rapping more than singing. Singing you can do with kind of whatever you want.
I can sing too. Ooh yeah. Okay, I can sing. Put that auto-tune on my mama. Put that auto-tune on.
Don't say put the auto-tune.
Put the auto-tune on.
Are you gonna sing?
I'm gonna be strong. Okay.
But you know, like, it's like we want to get your background on here. So I'm glad you gave a background to who you were as a person and all of that before we just got strictly into the music. We want to know you before we just go support you. That's really what it comes down to. And it's not just me. I'm saying we, as in my subscribers, your supporters, the world. That's how everybody works.
And I fuck with everybody, so don't be listening. They might not even show this part of the interview, but I fuck with all y'all until you told me and showed me not to fuck with you.
Exactly.
I wanted to accomplish being on the radio. I did that. I wanted to accomplish DJs playing my shit in the club. I did that. I wanted features with some of the hardest niggas in LA. I did that. So my thing is like Nipsey Hussle. You got to go to a whiteboard. I got a whiteboard in my kitchen. Every day I scratch off a goal and add a new one. So even if you find a goal and you do your goal and you accomplish your goal, you got to put another one on the board, or else you just doing this shit all for nothing. You're going to be stuck in a certain mode. And my thing is, after I accomplish something, I want to go on to the next. So everything that I ever wrote down in this music shit that I want to accomplish, I wanted to have over 100,000 streams on one video. I did that. Music videos, did that. Radio did. So now I'm at the point I wanted to be able to be looked up by major record labels and have meetings with major record labels to the point that I can either turn it down and accept it. I did that. So right now it ain't no limit with me. I'm going to keep going until I can't keep going, and even when I can't get going, I'm going to make sure that somebody around me can keep going and keep going what I had going on. So at the end of the day, it's about making yourself better than what you is right now. So if you had a goal that you accomplished, write another one down and then go accomplish that shit. And then when you accomplish that shit, go accomplish some more shit until you can't accomplish nothing else. Like Jeff Bezos. I bet he still got goals, and this nigga the richest man in the world. So it ain't no excuse for no nigga saying that I already did that. Okay, well, go do some new shit then, nigga. Stop being stuck in a box. If you put yourself in a box, that's where you gonna stay. In a fucking box. So I'm a type of nigga that I want to do shit that I always dreamed of me doing and shit that I had plans to do. And when I do it, I just want to do something else. Like, I wanted the X6. I got one of those. I wanted a GLE. Got one of those. I wanted, you feel me? I wanted a house. Got one. So now I want a bigger house. I want to own multiple houses. I want to start my own record label. Did that. I want to own my own. Did that. Administration. Did that. So now it's never no ending until your fucking curtains close. And if your curtains stay closed, which means you still waking up and breathing air, then you got to find something else to do. Or else you just wasting air like Nipsey said. What the fuck is you here for? You just breathing. I don't need nobody around me that's just breathing. If you not trying to make something happen or do something, fuck is you in my face for? I got kids looking up to me.
Right.
So that's what I'm on.
Tell them what you got coming out. What's your next upcoming project? Give them a background.
Big deal. I got a tape coming out. We ain't gonna call it an album because I don't want them to try to put something on my record sales. But we got this whole new project coming out called The Big Deal. It's called Big Deal. So I just want y'all to know I'm a big deal. And they got some cold ass features on that motherfucker. I'm talking about from. I ain't even gonna tell y'all, but
tell us one.
All right, we got P1, Conrad from the Ave, Big Sad, and I'm not gonna say the other one because the other one might be real big. I'm talking about real big to the point that, yeah. So I'm waiting on them right now as we speak. I've just talked to they people right now, and they said in about a week or two we gonna get up in there, but
okay.
It's about to change. I'm bringing West Coast music back West Coast.
Okay.
So, y'all heard the music already. Y'all know what kind of sound I'm on.
Okay, and we're going to get like just a tad bit more into this and then we're going to wrap it up. You recently featured on Feed the Streets Volume 2, R. Baron, presented by R. Baron, Money Corpse. Give a little background of how you did that, who reached out to you. I know TK, Picasso, Trub, Doc, the whole gang at R. Baron. Shout out to my brothers.
Doc and TK reached out to me. And they reached out to me through a mutual friend of ours that actually worked with them. My nigga Kiki. They reached out to me. See, the thing is, they've been watching me for about a year. And they've been seeing what I was going to do. And I started shaking shit up, right? And I fuck with them for that. Because they ain't just fuck with me just because somebody told them to fuck with me.
Yeah, no, they gotta. That's what I would fuck with them as well as too. It's the respect they give the artist. They want to see you earn the shit. They're not gonna just go to you for word of mouth.
Exactly. So, TK, I fuck with him, and Doc, I fuck with him heavy. They fuck with me. They see the shit that I'm doing. They hit me up, ask me if I had anything that's unreleased that I'm fucking with that I'm working on. I sent them a couple songs. They put one of the songs on there, the shit called Ain't Safe. And that shit going up. Right now on they Apple Music, on they shit, my shit #1. So, everybody on the album, I fuck with y'all. Y'all shit really going up too. I ain't gonna lie, y'all shit really going up. But I'm proud of myself for my accomplishments.
Good.
Because I came a long way for this shit. So, for me to be at the top of their list on all the projects they put out, that shit mean a lot. No matter how many views or whatever the case may be, for me to be #1, that's why I'll be in the studio every day.
Clothing brands, anything like that, any merch, any events, any big things coming up, let us know all that right now. This is your time to give the vlog.
TNC merch is coming up. The new Cartel merch is coming up. I got some big shows coming up that I can't talk about because they made me sign an NDA.
Okay, cool.
And I want y'all to know, once y'all see me, y'all be like, oh my God, he made it. Yeah, I did.
Rolling Loud. EDC.
Like I said.
A Day in Vegas.
NDA. I can't.
Look, NDA.
I can't. NDA young boy. Oh God.
Well, congratulations. That's a big deal. When it's confidential, we know it's something. It's something serious. So, all jokes aside, I'm very happy for you. Congratulations about that.
I appreciate it. If it don't happen, I said it was happening, so I'm gonna make it happen still.
That's how it goes.
Oh God.
And okay, so shout your Instagram out.
Zoe Osama, ZOE Osama.
Do you have Twitter?
Twitter, Zoe Osama _.
Okay, and where can
Facebook,
they find
Zoe Osama.
And where can they find your music? I'm gonna put all the
Apple
links
Music,
in the bio.
Zoe Osama.
Boy, I'm not gonna play with you. I don't even like asking people for their shit.
Everything Zoe. Look, I'm gonna tell you, any artists that are doing this shit right now, make your shit easy to find. Cause if it take me more than 5 seconds to find your shit, I ain't.
It. If it's 1_356,
I'm not searching it. Fuck you and your music.
I'll just type in the words of the song on YouTube. I'd rather do that.
If that, because it might not show up because you just up and coming.
It's true.
Unless you feel me, unless you got a hit song like my nigga Bobster, keep going up.
Shout out ASM, the Bobster.
Oh God, he going up. So.
But is there anything else you want to say to the people? Any shout outs you want to give? Anything? Thank you so much for doing the interview. I appreciate you.
I got one. Zeke, produced by Zeke Beats. If y'all not getting his beats, y'all beats from him, I keep saying this. Y'all sleeping. We changing the wave. We changing it back to West Coast. And if y'all don't like it, sorry.
Shout out to Jay Nari too.
Jay Nari, she was supposed to send you my email to give me some
I
beats.
still have it, Jay.
Look, I don't know what she on, but I promise you.
Cause when me and Jay be on the phone, we be talking about so much other shit.
I record, mix, and master my own shit. I get it back to you in 10 minutes. She playing.
Ah,
We have
I'm gonna
a
get
hit.
it to you, Jay.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that you want to work with that you want to give a shout out to that you see
Kamaya.
on the channel?
Kamaya.
Oh yeah, I seen you right there.
Kamaya.
You like her, huh?
I've been liking Kamaya since her first mixtape.
Aw.
She's so fucking dope. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you, like, cause she make music that a nigga can ride to, and it don't be like my pussy popping, like all that.
So besides her, is there anybody else you want to work with?
Blast.
Oh, that'll be dope. I love.
You wanna know
Blast.
why?
Shout out to Blast.
Blast, you fucking original, and on top of that, my boys make your beats, so we gotta make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
Is there any other shout outs or anything else you want to say to the people?
Sleep Third, Inky Slim, TNC. We the hottest upcoming group out of Los Angeles. I don't give a fuck about what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck about what group y'all put against us. We'll wrap circles around y'all, and I stand on it, TNC.
Okay, and thank you for doing the interview.
I need some more liquor, y'all.
That bottle gone, y'all. Ooh, the earring that came off. And shout out to everybody that's been subscribing to the channel, viewing the interviews, viewing the vlogs, tapping in with the music. I appreciate you guys so much. I really got this shit out the mud. I honestly didn't expect it to go this big with some of the artists I've had on here. Actually, all of the artists I've had on here. I didn't expect it to go this big. And it's just, you know, you put the time and the effort into it. People think that I'm just some type of superstar from, nigga, I grew up in Bakersfield, California. A small-ass little city that don't got shit, don't got much. But
nothing.
When you want something,
she ain't have nothing.
You got to do the footwork.
She ain't have nothing, y'all.
I didn't have nothing growing up.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nigga, out the mud.
But a dream. Thank you guys so much for subscribing.